So 6 a.m. is entirely too early to wake up to a tennis ball in the face. This here is the culprit. It is not 6 a.m. right now, it's 8 p.m. But this culprit here, this little pickle, that's her name, Pickles. She is the cause of the 6 a.m. Tennis ball to the face. Not complaining, she's learning. Apparently her old people used to wake up at 5:30, and I am a person that is still awake at 5:30 a.m. We are apparently car dog people. Here is dog, here is car, here is people. Hello. We just picked up Blue, so I'll show you guys in a minute what she looks like, her beautiful urn. It's a wooden box, but it's still technically an urn. And now we've got Miss Squeaky here in the back because Mum got out of the car to go into a store, so that's fun. But yeah, so we travelled a little bit, about like 30 minutes to get to the vets that had the ashes. We could have got them to drop it off locally, but we thought we'd go for a drive. We now have a dog that actually likes cars, so I think we kind of taken advantage of that. You just spotted Mum. We're good though. We went into the vets with her just to get her used to the vets as well. She weighs 17.50 kilos. She's, I'm gonna say a big girl, but not really a big girl. Yeah, I can carry her, no problem. So I guess 17 kilo ain't that big. Anyway, yeah, so we're out and about for a little bit. I don't know where we're going after this, but we're just driving around. We do want to go to the city in the next, say, week, because we're going to meet some friends there in the next month. So we want to do like a test run. We're also going to be taking her apparently. So I'm going to get out and we're trying to expose her to like different environments. So yeah, there's people looking at me. All right. So we found a dog park. Didn't know that there was actually fenced in one. Come here, come. Didn't know there was a fenced in one. So yeah, this is new. Try not to get the location in. Alright, there is tennis balls literally everywhere, and I like that. Alright, and we're going to walk around the perimeter, and then we're going to check if it's okay to do stuff. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Non-stop. From bedtime to wake time to bedtime again. Anyway, we got Blue back. Blue is in a beautiful wooden box. Here is some photos. I've already put her in the shelf, so here's some photos. Went to get registration details, transferred from Blue to Pickles, and they can't do the money transfer between refund and put it on, so they're going to refund me and then they're going to put it on there. We switched up. We spent a lot of money on this dog. Again, we have not had a car-friendly dog before, so we went kind of all out and got a few new things for the car. We already had the mat thing that goes in the bottom of the car. She came with the dog bed that goes in the car. We had one of those you seat belted in and it's a dog lead restraint. but that was kind of, she's moving around in the back seat and it kept getting tangled up around her feet. So I wanted something a little higher up, and they had the headrest ones. When you tie around the headrest, it does the same thing, but it's just a little bit higher up. So with it being from here instead of from here, she's able to like walk around and it stays kind of on her back on her harness. So that's good. We did buy her a harness. I'm not sure if I mentioned. I've done a few videos here and there, so I'm not sure what I've said and what I haven't. But we did get her a new harness, the Easy Dog Express, and it's been great. Honestly, it's been great. I'm happy with it. She's a slightly proportioned dog, so it's not completely weird shaped like Blue. Blue had a very long neck. Because of that, she used to be able to slip out of things, out of harnesses. So I had to get a very specific harness for her that she couldn't slip out of. Pickles, however, is normal proportion, so I was able to get that. Wait, right here, I got something. Alright, wait. Wait. Alright, can you see her? Okay, wait. Now we've got this Halloween. She's not quite a big dog, but she fits it, thankfully. Getting the dog lead car, whatever you call it, for the back of the car to secure her down, tether, back headrest, tether. There was a discount section of dog accessories, and I had a look there, and thank you. She brought me the bowl again. They had this jacket for $1. Oh, I'm not winning here. You got to give it to me in my hand. Thank you. For $1. So it actually looks pretty cool. Let me show you properly. Good girl. Let's have a look. Oh, it looks very fancy, and it glows in the dark. Good girl. Look at it. It's a little tight, but I mean, for $1, what can you can't go wrong for $1. $1. Beautiful. All right. Cool. So that's her new fancy jacket. You're such a good girl. Alright, it has been an interesting few days. Now, I am very tired, so excuse the tired. So, last week, on Thursday, I got a message on Facebook because I had mentioned on a group on Facebook. Let's backtrack a second. After Blue's passing, I wasn't sure how to go about getting a new dog, how to go about that, minus like pet stores, shelters, rescues, and the pound. I wasn't sure because on Facebook you're not allowed to advertise pets anymore. So where I got Blue from was on a Facebook post. Someone was like, hey, this dog needs a new home, please give it a new home. And that's how I acquired Blue. This is back 8 years ago now. So everything's changed since then, and I wasn't sure how to go about it. So I was like looking on Facebook. I'm like, I know people still advertise on Facebook. How do they do it? Apparently there is a specific group. People create groups to advertise their pets. So I found 2 different groups, and I made like a very vague, very casual post. I'm like, look, I'm just seeing, I'm not after anything definite, I'm just looking around because my dog has recently passed and I have no idea how to go about rehoming, bringing in a rehomed pet. Of course everyone's like, go to the shelter, go to the pound, go to the rescues, do all that. I went to them, and let's take a moment to discuss shelters, pounds, and rescues. Now the pound, although I hate the pound because of what they do and how they operate, their pricing for adoption is reasonable. Reasonable as in, as long as the dog doesn't need to be desexed and microchipped, their pricing is around $250 to $450. $100, like $450 for a dog, and I think that was the females, and the males were like $250. So reasonable price for a dog. From the pound, the local pound. Different pounds have different prices. My particular pound in my county, shire, whatever you want to call it, was those prices, $250 to $450. Reasonable enough, fine. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm looking at around $450 for a dog. That's great. I have never purchased a dog in my life. I have had a dog when I was a child, so the family dog that was given to us because it was needing a home. And then someone gave us a dog when I was in high school they didn't want it, needing a home. And then I fostered, if you will, Billy. I don't know if you guys know Billy. I think I started my YouTube channel after Billy. No, it would have been around Billy. Anyway, around I was like fostering him, and then I ended up just keeping him, adopting him. So he was also, you know, free. And then Blue was from Facebook. So rehome, another free. So this one I'm like, all right, I don't know what I'm looking at. Brand new, completely oblivious to any of the customs, if you will, of the dog trade, whatever. So I checked out the shelters, and I was also checking out like Gumtree, and we don't have Craigslist here. Craigslist is for the illegal substances. We don't do that here for dogs, but I was checking out all of them. I asked a friend who also breeds dogs, and they had a puppy, and they were willing to sell me their remaining puppy for $400, but the breed wasn't something that I exactly wanted. I wanted like a smaller dog, not a American Staffy style dog. So I declined that offer. It was very nice that they offered. It was, because it's a purebred pedigree dog, and I'm like, okay, these dogs are selling for $4,000. He's offering it for $400. He wasn't going to give me the papers for it, but it had all the vet work, microchipping, desexing, all the good stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool, still $400 range. Checked out the shelters. They're asking anywhere from $700 to $1,000 for a dog at the shelters, and I'm going, this is no different to any of the other places. Why so expensive? And I googled this question, and everyone's asking the same thing. Why are shelter dogs that are needing homes and they're wanting to give them homes so fucking expensive? Shelters and rescues, both the same. I'm counting them as the same thing, under the same umbrella. They're around the same price. There was a few dogs in there that were like $200 to $400, but they were like 12 years old. So they were on their way out. We wanted something that we would be able to have for a while. So I'm like, all right, I was still completely lost as to what to do, where to go, whatever. So I kind of like, I just left it. And then I found this Facebook site. So I asked on there, and I stated, you know, I have looked at the shelters, the rescue pounds. I have done that. I'm just looking at my other options, because this site is specifically made for rehoming pets. You don't want your pet to go into a shelter. You're able to look after it until such time as it finds a new home. So it's not an emergency situation. Although some of them on there are, whatever, that's specific things. So that's fine. But yeah, it ended up being that I made a post, and about a week later, so that was Thursday just gone, so today is Monday, I forgot what day it was, and yeah, I got 5 messages in a span of 2 days. The first message was Pickles, and then there was 2 pugs, so I count that as 2, I think. Did I count that as 2? I don't know. There was a red heeler, a blue heeler, and I think there was a Staffy in there as well. Maybe. I don't know. So the pugs had absolutely no vet work done, no microchipping, no desexing. 2 pugs, and they didn't know how old they were. They didn't know their history. I'm like, it's a little risky. I'd like to know a little bit about them. The red heeler and the blue heeler, they were different ages. And I'm like, I don't really want a heeler. The Staffy, I had the point of the Staffy that was the next day. I'd already contacted Pickles' parents, and I'd already discussed things and everything like that. And by the end of the day, on Thursday, it was pretty much established that Pickles was coming to live with me. So we were going to meet them. They were in the city, so that's like a 2-hour drive. We were going to meet them at their place. And then we were like, okay, you know what, maybe halfway point. That might be good, you know, halfway, middle range. And then she's like, you know what, my sister said that we'll go for a drive. Are you right with us coming to you? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine if you want. On the site, they've got a big push for people to, like, ask to see the new house that they're going to, if you would like. So I'm assuming that was kind of on those kind of bases, like if we come to your house, we get to see where she's going to be living and who you are and your environment and stuff. So I said, that's fine, come over. So I hadn't put Blue's stuff away. I hadn't put 18's stuff away. Like, I haven't packed it up, cleaned up from all of that. It was just like there. Once Blue went, which was a month after 18, we didn't do anything. like literally did not do anything. So the house was not, it wasn't packed up. It still had blue stuff everywhere, toys, blankets, bedding, all of that kind of stuff. It was a little depressing. We probably should have done something earlier, but we were depressed. We were in a bad place. So this was like a week and a bit later. We did a big cleanup of blue stuff because we're like, okay, we need to be able to bring a new dog's belongings in. So we cleaned up the front room. The next day, they came at around 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I had not slept that night very much. I don't sleep often, and the entire week and a half since Blue, I hadn't been sleeping much at all. It hit me really hard. It hit both of us, me and my mum, really hard on that one. So I know some people are like, was it too soon to get a new dog? Should you have waited? There's a couple of reasons we decided to kind of seek out a new dog. It wasn't like, we're going to go buy a new dog. It's more like, we're going to put the word out there, and if something comes along, it comes along. Obviously, it did come along. I know, like, a Facebook post isn't exactly like, oh, we put the word out into the universe, but whatever. A couple of reasons why we did decide to go for a new dog is, firstly, protection. A level of protection. We're not relying on a dog to protect us, but having that extra, like, sense of warning, like the dog hears something that we don't, or is aware of something that we're not. And also, people are less likely to, you know, break in, confront people if there is a dog presence. So that's kind of one, was like a portion of security. Secondly, my mum needed a companion. Blue was her companion. Blue had become Mum's unofficial therapy dog. I don't want to say therapy dog like the official ones. We wouldn't take her out and call her that. In the home, Blue was a bit of a therapy dog. She was aware of Mum's condition. Basically, she was able to tell if Mum was having a good day or a bad day, help Mum around. If Mum had a fall, Blue was able to alert me to that. So, unofficial therapy dog. Assistant dog, maybe, is the better word for that. Only in the home. Outside of the home, she was just a dog. Wouldn't have called her a therapy dog, but in the home, she was good. She had taught herself that. It was really good that she was able to do that. I'm hoping that this one kind of adapts to that and teaches herself that as well. They do seem to be very good at doing that. So yeah, a companion, and to just do something. Again, we were in a bad place. And we weren't getting up because there was no reason to get up. Blue wasn't here. We didn't need to take her out. We didn't need to attention her. The cats were whatever. They just slept with us. They didn't care. They're like, cool, people are in bed. So there was a couple of different reasons, a few other reasons as well. But yeah, we decided on it once Pickles came along. We discussed it and we weighed up our options, and we're like, okay, asked all the right questions. The people also asked us the right questions, and we just seemed to be a good match. When they rolled up, she brought herself 3 kids and her sister, plus Pickles, all of Pickles' stuff, a bed, lead, collar, harness, a bunch of food, the big food container. Keeping in mind she hasn't eaten biscuits since being here. She's eaten her meat and some cat biscuits, but not her biscuits. So we're still working out why we're not eating them yet. All of her toys, a back seat of a car like cover, you know, the ones that like sit. There was a bunch of other things that she came with as well. So she came with that full starter kit, as well as her transfer papers, her verification of her desexing, her like vaccine passport for the vet, all of the good things that you need. So she was well established. Her person brought her here. They seem like lovely people as well, unlike Blue's people that like, oh, the dog's in the backyard, we don't really care. These people loved this dog. These people loved this dog. This dog was loved. So that was good. We had that going for us. I'm still in contact with her. I'm giving her daily updates about how the transition to the new home is going as well. So she's been very happy about that. And I'm happy about that too. It's good to just be able to like keep her informed. Everything's going good. It probably won't stay for a long time, but for now it's a daily update. But yeah, so they left. It was a bit of a transition for Pickles, obviously, just being abandoned at this place, and there were people leaving. She kept looking out the window like, are they coming back? What's going on? You know, what the fuck? So it took her about 2 days to kind of settle enough to be able to just enjoy herself. She's now got toys everywhere. She runs around. She's kind of established a call to go to the bathroom, to go out. She has this like higher pitch cry that she goes to the door and does that, and we were able to hear it in the house. We're like, oh, she needs to go out. So she has taught us how to ask to go out, which is great. Blue used to knock on the door. She's got this whiny cry thing. It wakes me up as well. She also comes over and like will lick my face if I'm asleep. Like, I need to go out, please hurry up. So that's great as well. The cats, we have cats. If you guys didn't know, we have cats. Socks, who's my loyal boy. Nala adapted absolutely straight away. She didn't have any problems. Socks had some problems. He was holed up in my bathroom for 2 days, so I had to like move the kitty litter and the food and the water in there, put a baby gate up so that way she didn't bother him. And eventually I brought him out and they went face to face, sniffed each other, absolutely fine after that. She has not attacked the cats at all. Nala has swiped her a heap of times, so she's a little worried about Nala. But overall, yeah, she's been great with the cats. And she'd only been around a cat once, so they weren't sure how she was going to be. And I'm like, she'll adapt. Like, dogs adapt. They're pretty good like that. They'll learn as well. You can teach them. So, haven't had to do that. It's been great. Everyone gets along now, except for Miko. Miko's still skittish and she's still hiding. So, I'm going to give her like a week. And hopefully she will at least adapt to that. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. In the beginning, she wasn't really sleeping on the bed, and now she's like asleep. Yeah, cool. We had her as an inside dog. She was an inside dog before as well, sleeping on the bed. The old people are like, she's gonna sleep on the bed. I'm like, that's absolutely fine. We are okay with that. So yeah, she's obviously sleeping on the bed. Today we went out for the first time. Now the harness that she came with, I wasn't happy with how it was sitting. So we went out and I purchased a new harness for her. Her collar and her lead were fine. I got some fleece stuff because I don't know what she used before, but I like the Seresto collars because they seem to last a good amount of time for dogs. So I got her a Seresto collar so that way she's protected for the fleas and the ticks and everything that will be encountered. I got the cats some flea medicine as well because they're inside cats, but someone has given them fleas. So we need to get that under control, which is a situation. And yeah, so overall the first few days we've had her, so Saturday was transition day. Sunday was like a semi-rest and working out what we're doing day. And today's Monday, we went out for the first time. A car dog. A dog that does not have anxiety in the car. Blue hated the car, so we weren't really car people. Also, reactive with other dogs. Blue was not good with that. She had anxiety problems, other reactive dog problems. She had a heap of problems. Her background, understandable. Tried to train it out of her, but sometimes it doesn't work that way. This dog so far been great with that. So we are now going to the park, people, with the dog because we can without having major anxiety problems. In the car without major anxiety problems. And we went into the shop. We're allowed to take dogs into pet stores here. We went into the shop, tried on the harnesses, wandered around, met another dog. Now that was our first encounter with her with another dog, and the lady's like, because we're like, hey, we've only had her 2 days, we're not sure how she goes, and the lady's like, that's fine, my dog is great, so you bring yours over. If she starts to pull or fight or whatever, she goes, I got it. I'm like, okay. So Pickles is like, oh, playtime, it's trying to bounce and everyone's leads are getting tangled up, so that was a whole situation. But it was great. I'm very thankful for that person that was allowing us to kind of test those boundaries. And then yeah, we went to the park and we worked out that we have good focus. There was another dog. That person realized we were new as well, so they were like backing their dog away, and I diverted her attention back and we walked away, and it was great because there was no pulling and screaming and yelling and jumping, and yeah. So I know that kind of sounds like comparisons, but it's not. It's like my experience with the dog that I've had for like 8 years. There's been a big change, and I have to adapt to that. I have to adapt and learn and realize that completely different dogs, what one would cause me great amount of stress because of their reactive abilities, doesn't happen with this one. So I need to like cleanse my stress and be like, okay, this dog is cool with other dogs, with going out, stuff like that. So definitely a learning process for me, learning process for her. It's been learning all over. It's been good though. Stressful still, but good. And we're out and about where we're doing things. So we still miss Blue. We still wait for Blue, listen for Blue, expecting Blue to come around the corner, and all that stuff. And she doesn't, because obviously she's not here. But it's good to hear little pitter-patters in the house. It's good to, I don't know, have someone to get up for, I guess. It's, yeah. It's good. It's good. Hi. Hi. Alright. But yeah, so this is, Pickles is going to be more video footage of Pickles mostly, no doubt. And apparently we're going to the park, people like driving to a park just for the purpose of taking the dog for a walk. So we're going to be those kind of people, it looks like. So yeah, cool. Anyway, that is Pickles. That is Pickles. That is the update. It gives you a bit of a backstory more on Blue. I wanted to do just like a remembrance video on Blue last week, so this is kind of a mashup video. So yeah. Alright.